Today we're going to focus on candling eggs on day 7 and day 14. This will work even if you have a broody hen or if you're using an incubator. Candling serves several important purposes. It can help you identify fertile eggs with developing embryos, remove infertile eggs that won't hatch, and spot eggs where development has stopped. Day 7 is typically the first time we candle eggs during incubation and also under a broody hen. Now this is exciting, but you can also candle on day 3 and you can start to see development like you see in this egg. Remember, always wash your hands before handling the eggs to prevent germs. Don't keep your eggs out of the incubator more than 5 to 10 minutes. If those eggs grow cold, it could harm the embryo. Keep track of which eggs you've candled and any concerns by marking them with a pencil. On day 7, a healthy developing embryo will show clear signs of life. You should see a network of blood vessels that kind of look like a spider web. Now the embryo itself, you'll see a dark shadow or a spot, and that is the embryo. By day 7, that embryo has formed all its major organs. One of the most distinctive things you can see on your egg is the baby chick's eye, as you see in these eggs. You usually can spot some movement, and you can see that baby chick moving inside that egg. This is proof that you have a living, developing chick. You should also notice a clear air sac forming at the large end of the egg. Infertile eggs, those are called yolkers, will look different from developing eggs. It will appear clear and bright just like it did when you put it in the incubator. You'll see the yolk moving around freely, and there'll be no blood vessels, no embryo, and no signs of development. Now, on dark colored varieties like these, Morans or olive eggers, it's kind of hard to candle. You'll only be able to see a shadow and changes in the air sac, especially on dark copper Morans. Not all fertilized eggs develop, so some embryos will start to grow, but then they'll die. You'll see what's called a blood ring on those types of eggs, like this one. You'll want to discard this egg. Remember, there won't be any sign of movement. Day 14 represents a crucial candling opportunity. You're now 2/3 of the way through the 21-day incubation period. What to expect on day 14 is that you will see less detail on day 14 than you did on 7. Now this is because that baby chick is growing and it's filling the egg. You should see a larger air sac or cell, and that is essential for your baby chick's development. Now, you can see a dark shadow that represents the chick's body filling the egg. Also, you may see a distinct sign of a foot in that little egg, which is so amazing and just a little miracle if you ask me. On the lighter colored eggs, you will be able to see some movement, but remember, if you're doing dark eggs like the Morans, you won't be able to see very much movement at all. Just try to look to make sure your egg is full. Remember, remove any bad eggs. If it hasn't developed by day 14, that baby chick's not going to develop. There are many reasons why an egg will not develop. Temperature fluctuation, humidity problems, poor egg storage, even nutrition for your birds, for your breeding birds, can cause the egg to not develop. Sometimes they're just not viable. Also, if they're contaminated and not clean, if they're dirty or cracked, that can also cause them not to develop. Another thing might be that your eggs are not turning correctly. Candling on days 7 and 14 gives you incredible insight into the miracle happening inside your incubator or under your broody hen. Remember, it's completely normal if all of your eggs do not hatch. A 75% hatch rate is the norm, and shipped eggs are even less. Thanks for joining me on this candling walkthrough. I hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe and hit that like button.